There is no music. Alright.
Oh my god.
Fire setting. Hello. First, thank you for checking out our game. Next is a game about timing and strategy. The idea behind this game is simple, but executing the task isn't. You have acquired the ancient skill of fire setting, where you could light a fire in a cave and heat it up, then throw water on it to break the rocks and get the gem. I have altered it just a bit by taking out the water part, making it so that you can click the gem as they come off the rock. You can then sell the gem for money. Your goal is to get 2.5 million in cash to win the game. But wait, there are two things in your way. Cave in and gem chances. The longer the fire is on, the higher the chance for the cave in, the better chance for more valuable gems. You have two ways to combat this. One, turn off the fire over time, the chance will go down. The chance for more valuable gems too. You can also spend 10k to automatically take away 5% from your current chance of cave-in. Is the reward great enough that you have to find out? If you exit the game, you have to start over. It just makes it a bit harder. Gameplay from start to finish is about 12 minutes. Okay. How to play. Click the fire to get started. Oh, there is music. I'm a big fat liar. Anyway, so click the fire to get started. Light the fire, but be careful, as you are using an ancient mining method called fire setting. Fire setting is a process of heating up rocks until they break to obtain the mineral and gems within them. With great risk comes even greater reward. A high chance of a cave-in would equate to a high chance of getting expensive gems when breaking rocks. To combat a cave-in, you can do two things. Firstly, you can pull out the fire, and over time, the chance of cave-in will decrease. Second, you can go to the shop and purchase a product for 10,000 that subtracts 5% from cave-in chance. Collect gems as they fall and sell them to make cash. You can win the game by obtaining 2.5 million, in which then you press win game button. Please note that if you exit the game, your data will not be saved. Game credits. This was made by Ieyfo for Ludum 36 competition. This is my first Ludum ever. Yay! And this is very fun. The theme was ancient technologies. Thank you. Alright. Okay. Win the game. Click the fire to get started playing. Oh, here. Cave-in chance is 3 per 3. This is so strange. Okay. Cave-in, your ties to the ancients has been lost. Alright, cool.
I'd keep the fire options up to stop it faster. That's what Ieyfo says. I feel I'm gonna get the name wrong every time I see it.
Oh, okay. I think I get it now. So you just click on these things. Oh, okay. Wow, I got caved in very quickly. Why is it focused on just the right side of the screen? Is there any particular good reason for that? Sure. What does it mean by chance? Is that like a percentage as well? And like, at what interval is that considered increasing? Man, why do I get quartz? That's just cheap. Alright, amber. Oh my goodness. So... Can I buy it? Oh my goodness. Lag. Alright. Let's play very conservatively here. Alright. Oh, okay. Too conservative.
You got more than 10,000 now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So go out. Get buy that before you lose.
I did it. I like how it drops to zero. It drops to zero very quickly, doesn't it? The chance and the cave-in chance.
You got 10,000.
Let's buy it one more time. Can I not buy it? Oh, I guess I can't buy it. Alright.
Focus on getting gem chance. With risk comes reward.
Say what?
He says, I focus getting gem chance. With risk comes reward.
Oh my. Blink.
You have to have at least 5% to buy it, because it takes 5. Okay, good.
You're right, Anthony.
Wait, you didn't sell it.
Duh. I don't think I should have listened to Anthony.
I just said to sell it.
Alright. Just keep clicking. Just keep clicking. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Just keep clicking. Just keep clicking. Just keep clicking.
The risk is very, very high.
You don't like risk, do you? Ieyfo says. It's gonna do it.
You can sell your quartz and iron.
I do what I want, Anthony.
Opal.
Listen,
You're an opal.
Awesome. You didn't sell that topaz.
I sold that topaz exactly as you said. Alright, keep going. It's raining! It's raining! But that's okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
so Matthew says you can do it.
Sell the ruby.
No, I refuse.
You need that money to win. Sell everything you got. Sell it.
Buy -5 from the shop.
Minus 5% cake rate.
There's so much money. You could just buy it.
You gotta buy that cave-in chance.
I already tried it.
Try it again.
Just like, do you have to click on the shop button? Is there like another menu, or it's just...
I don't understand. When I try clicking on it, it seems like nothing happens.
What happens when you press the shop button?
It brings up the buy menu or it closes it, one of the two.
Rebound Game says, I've got a fever and the only cure is more clicking.
Got a fever! Oh, it does actually decrease the gem chances.
I think you have enough. You
I do not have enough.
have enough money to win, I think.
When you click, it takes 5 off from the cave-in chance. From the top right.
Win the game.
I don't have enough money. It says 2.5 million.
Yeah,
And I have 1 million. 1.5 million.
so you gotta buy a million.
Oh, I thought it was a 4.
Alright.
Oh, I see. It decreases it when you
1 million
Right.
more.
And then there's stuff. The longer you let it go, the better the stuff comes down. You gotta sell while it's falling and buy that.
Oh, I'm almost there. 2 million.
Clicking is like real.
This is the cookie clicker.
I'm gonna move the microphone a little.
Thank you, actually. That would be quite useful.
This minus one chance means the cave might explode. Like a
You should
reverse.
sell. You should sell what you got.
You're right, I won the game.
Oh.
You won! Holy crud! You really have patience! Tweet me a pic of the screen at it. Okay.
Nice. Not even with that money can you buy enough mice to withstand this game. Mr. Brewery.
Save. As this is what my desktop looks like, untitled. And tweet at Ieyfo. Got it.
Congrats.
Alright, this is. Please stand by. Gotta do this. It's been promised with me.
Woo.
Here. LD Jam. Twitch.tv/Tech Valley Game Space. Add image. I'm narrating what I'm doing because it's really boring to watch this screen that says TVGS. That's just it. We called it Untitled. Um, 7 out of 10.
Really? I thought it was good.
It was really confusing. Topaz out of 10. Okay. So hopefully the lag will make that more fascinating. Okay, so game concept. It's confusing. I did eventually figure it out, which thank you for all the advice on regards to how to play the game. Much appreciated on that. But when I say like it's confusing, you know, it took me a while to figure out there's not a very obvious way of finding out when a cave-in is going to happen, and that often feels like a luck of a draw, which part of it I understand was intentional, but then the other part of it I would argue is that it would have been nice to be able to provide some sort of visual cue as to, instead of a number that is, some sort of visual cue as to let the player know that a cave-in may be starting, right? So that's my argument on that regards. I remember how I was having a lot of confusing time with the shop button, and it's just like hiding or showing certain buttons. Like, I'm assuming there was something in mind with that, because honestly, I would have just made those buttons always visible at all times. I did have a hard time. I was going to add shaking as it neared, but time ran out. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm also having a bit of a difficult time clicking on pull out or light as fast as possible while clicking through all the gems. And I feel like I'm debating on whether that was intentional on your side or not, the fact that the rocks all spawn as far away from all the buttons as possible, just to make my clicking journey a little more miserable. But yeah. In regards to whether I had fun or not, once the core system was clear to me, it often felt a lot like playing a slot machine, which I personally don't find that very fun. When I say like sort of like a slot machine of sorts, it's like you can get really far, and if you manage to get past this threshold, you win all the money. Versus if you do get below this threshold, then I'm sorry, you don't get any money, kind of thing. And the fact that it feels an awful lot like a gambling game to me kind of takes away a lot of the fun factor. Largely because, gambling game is a game that is highly reliant on chance, and I feel like this game does a lot of that. It doesn't quite give me a whole lot of control, in my opinion. Not saying it is a gambling game, of course, but that's how it feels like to me. So, yeah, there's that. There's a whole theme idea where ancient technology is just, you call this fire-in method as an ancient technology, which sounds like a shoehorn thing to do. Some positives. The clicking's not bad. The fact that you're clicking a lot. There's an inherent set of satisfaction for doing such a small activity and gaining a lot of money out of it. I did like the fact that the amount of money that you get scales exponentially, which is a very satisfying thing to work with. It did feel like as I was getting closer and closer to the end of the game, like I was more on the groove and on the pace of what the game was demanding me for. And that's always a good feeling. Once I figured out that, the spending the $10,000 would decrease the whole probability of a cave-in, that really helped, honestly. I feel like that should have been the bigger mechanic than putting out the flame. That's just my opinion on that regards, but yeah, that's just me. I thought it was a neat experiment. At the very least, the game mechanic, the system is quite different from what you would see in most games. And I do like the fact that you did experiment with a completely different idea than, at least the way I see it, anyone else has on this Ludum Dare game jam. I can say that so far, this is the only game that I've played that actually played like this. There's only one other game I can think of that kind of made me feel like a lot of it was just up to luck and I didn't feel much control over. But this one at the very least made me think like, okay, I have a little more control over the situation and I can figure out what to do with it. So it's not all bad. I would definitely like to see more these sort of unusual games coming from you. But this current specific system, I feel like, did not work nearly as well. But, I'm an opinionated person, so there's that. All right. I hope all those comments helped out. To be honest, the probability of losing immediately gave me the feeling that I was playing a gambling game. A lot of the system feels like it was left to luck. That said, I did like the exponential money growth. There's an inherent, it was satisfying to make the score go up really fast with just a few clicks. Cool stuff. Nice experiment. Oh, thanks, Fapsy. That's a good amount of feedback. You guys are real gems. I do what I can.